The prohibition in the United States led to strong and several discussions. It's a subject in which there is a big gap between different opinions, because it seems that there is no medium point. There are just two clear and opposite opinions, for prohibition and against prohibition. From my point of view, prohibition is a measurement that must have passed through every modern government's head. Why? Because generally, alcohol is not a product like water or food that are necessary for the survival of a person. It's known that alcohol takes people to unwanted and tragical situations. Actually, it seems that alcohol only produces bad things. Drunk drivers that in most cases produce accidents that end up with injured or dead people, violence, minors consumption, alcoholism. Those are all very bad consequences of what alcohol can cause in people, and therefore good reasons for prohibition. But an important question that must be asked in this discussion is, did prohibition work for the purposes that they wanted? I think it didn't, because the purposes that were to avoid completely consumption and create a sober nation were not achieved. People began to invent methods of illegal production and consumption. In addition, that created new problems for society, like illegal production, traffic of alcohol, and all the sub-consequences of this. All that led me to another question. Does prohibition is the way to avoid the awful consequence of alcohol? Does the problem really lies in consumption? I think the problem of all these negative consequences is not the consumption of alcohol, but the human behavior. Of course, the alcohol affects the human behavior, and that's why the prohibition is logical. But in the same way that is logical, is not effective, because it doesn't avoid completely the consumption, manufacturing, and production, and it generates new social problems different from the ones mentioned before.